Hello and welcome to another episode of Weekly Comic Reviews. I'm your host, Ian Yoxon, otherwise known as the Canadian Comic Geek. Now let's start with comics you could mostly easily walk into. Well, I guess you gotta have a little sense of who the characters are now that I think about it. But anyway, let's start off with this week's comics. Starting off with All New X-Men issue 19. And if you are on the internet, but you are a fan of this, but you haven't seen the cover, this is what it looks like. Yeah, sorry about the glare there, but yeah, I really am liking their costumes in this. Again, that makes me think of Super Sentai and Power Rangers. But and no one makes that joke. I would love to hear see that. Anyway, like besides this beautifully awesome artwork of that is the cover, the art's a lot different in the pages. Mostly because, well, how to put this? They're supposed to be teenagers. The art's fine. I give it. This is actually really intriguing, and I'm enjoying the art. It's just the way they look design-wise. They don't look like teenagers. Yeah, they look more like adults. Kind of weird. But anyway, that's the art portion of it. Story-wise, yeah, I guess you can easily walk into without having no clue, and makes you wonder who are the characters are. But yeah, it picks up where basically the original X-Men, yeah, they time travel to our present or their future from their perspective. And and basically, ever since Battle of the Atom, their teacher, Professor Kitty Pryde, also known as Shadowcat for all you X-Men fans out there, decided to leave Wolverine's team and join Cyclops' team. Which I am liking. I am liking how that's going for the X-Men. How Wolverine and Cyclops are now enemies, and in all honesty, it's like you can depending on which fan you are, it's kind of hard to see which one's which side is good and which one side's evil. It's mostly a lot of gray, which is not bad. I actually am enjoying what's going so far. Anyway, back to the story. Yeah, they joined Cyclops' team at the new Xavier School for the Gifted, which is very hidden and no one will ever know where it is, which is kind of hard if you wanted to get more students. Anyway, here due to they detected that something's horrible's happening in Miami. And yeah, basically in Miami there was a mutants being hunted down by the Purifiers, which is basically a a huge religious cult. I'm calling it that. I think it's what they are. Yeah, a huge religious cult that's basically I believe that mutants is against God. So and they go to extremes of getting rid of them, like high tech armor, blasters. My God, Jean Grey looked through one of their heads, and it's even she's like scarred for life. Well, she's scarred for life. Uh, anyway, during the whole fight, Kitty Pryde finds out that the mutant that was being hunted was, well, X-23, the female clone, female clone slash daughter of Wolverine. And yeah, no, you're wondering who X-23 is. Well, yeah, I just said female clone of Wolverine. Oh, which is also a daughter of Wolverine if you think about it a bit more. But that was introduced through the television show X-Men Evolution. That became so popular after one episode that she now appears in Marvel Comics, which is actually pretty badass. Okay, look, I haven't read Avengers Arena, mostly because it felt like Hunger Games / Battle Royale to me. But I should pick it up because I want to know what the hell happened to X-23. No, seriously, she no longer knows who she is, and she literally has no hair on her head. So, yeah, bald X-23. And that vision's and thank you, Marvel, for putting that image in my head. But yeah, like besides the art, which I guess might be a little displeasing to some viewers, it's actually pretty cool for like for action and just seeing where the story, like seeing how the story continues. That the X-Men are still doing their mission, even though they changed base, are now like following different teachers. And if I'm looking at the covers right, we're X-23's got to be the newest member of the team, which actually I'm actually intrigued to see how this goes. I'm also intrigued to see how the whole baldness and amnesia thing goes for her. So I'm gonna keep on reading. But yeah, if you are intrigued seeing what the X-Men are in pretty standard outfits and just seeing your like favorite X-Men character and seeing what the heck's going on lately in the Marvel Universe, yeah, all new X-Men issue 19. Ah, this is actually a good read. Okay, next. This is gonna be fun. Man, I had a good laugh reading this, but I also felt really sad near the ending. Shame. This is actually an annual comic, which actually costs a little more. Which, yeah, no one wants to, like, yeah, annuals are there at times they're hard. Annuals can be good or they can be really bad stories. It's depending on the writer. Here's is one of the good stories and funny as all hell. Well, to me anyway. Um, Deadpool Annual issue 1, which basically, besides the wacky cover with all the weapons and this character probably no one's ever seen. Well, for non-diehard Marvel fans who haven't seen this character, probably wondering what the heck is going on. Well, I'll spoil that a little bit for you. In the comic, like long story short, it explains how Deadpool gained the voices in his head. You know, if you ever played the Deadpool video game, he has like a voice in yellow boxes and a voice in white boxes, like commenting off each other, kind of thing. It's like his thoughts and another set of thoughts just talking to her, just to show how insane Deadpool is. Here we get to see how he got those boxes, also how he loses it, which is really sad. Like, I feel sad that by now he feels now he's lonely. Anyway, so I'm feeling depressed, right? Feeling a little depressed right now. But yeah, no, I'm actually currently loving the Deadpool series so far. Personal favorite are the flashback issues. They're basically like, hey, we found an issue from the 1960s of which Deadpool didn't exist back then, but what the hey, it actually looks quite. It's actually quite fun. Loving how the art, how they really try their best to make it look like an old comic. But no, it is not. Basically this is set like just before the like Deadpool, like the Deadpool series got renewed right around like right before Secret Invasion, which while he's on the job he bumps into another insane character that loves to break the fourth wall, known as Madcap. And if you're wondering who Madcap is, well, basically he was a Marvel character that got introduced in Captain America back in the 1980s. He is insane. He basically he can't be killed. Like you can cut off his head. You can blow him up. He will come back with no scratches whatsoever. And he apparently has a gun that shoots bubbles that make people go insane. Yeah, that last part sounds ridiculous, and it is. But here, like we see Madcap and Deadpool just talking to one another. I'm just loving how they interact. Like you see Madcap going like, "Wait, this is supposed to make you go in. Wait, those bubbles are mostly make your brain into mush. Quit going sane." Sorry, I'm just rambling now. But yeah, no, I was liking it. And also, like during the skirmish, Thor comes in because hey, it's New York. Heroes are everywhere, and uses his lightning and basically turns them both into one pile of ash. Which basically, I find this more of a comedic thing of Thor. Like every time he accidentally kills someone, he goes like, "Warrior's death." It was a warrior's death. just take off. Yes, that's how he gets away with murder. Goes warrior's death and gets the hell out. But basically, as you can probably tell, yeah, they basically Deadpool and Madcap get merged into one being with basically Deadpool in the wheels. Hence why it's still Deadpool. But now both so basically they're now talking to each other in Deadpool's head. So he wasn't that insane, which which actually is like some people might enjoy, but others might say like it. Sorry, excuse me, just had breakfast. But others would find that kind of disappointing. Now they explain why the voices are there in his head. Um, but the sad part is for me, it's like yeah, they do succeed in separating the two. So now Cap is back, and will we ever see him in other comics? Maybe. I'm not gonna hold my breath because this character pretty much was unless you're a diehard Marvel fan, you probably would forget this character. But then like I feel really sad for Deadpool because now he doesn't have a voice like someone to talk to now, or not like he lost the humor. Thankfully that doesn't he didn't lose the very thing that was Deadpool in the new Deadpool series. But if you're intrigued in seeing what the heck happened if you are reading a Deadpool series, or you just love Deadpool anyway, yeah, pick this up. You are gonna have a good laugh. You're gonna laugh. You're gonna cry. You're gonna feel sad. It's really a good book. All right. Next, we have another tie-in to Zero Year. Makes you think, why not just pick up Zero, just go straight back to Zero Year now, instead of seeing what heroes were doing before they were heroes. But, yeah, what the hey. Means they sell, DC earns more money this way if they sell more books, so it's a business. But here, again, it's not bad. Actually, it's not one of my personal favorites, but I can actually see why people would end up some people would like this. Issue 25 of The Flash. Now, this isn't just it's Barry Allen who basically just not wearing the costume. Here he doesn't even have powers. So basically when Gotham got all the electronics in Gotham got turned off by the Riddler, and in coming the Superstorm. There's so many inappropriate jokes with that. Really jokes, you just feel awful for even making it. Anyway, basically, they're actually calling all kinds of cops from surrounding cities to basically come in and help out during the situation. One of them happens to be Barry Allen. And we also get to see several a fan favorite cop from the Batman series, Detective Bullock. Well, I actually like him. I don't know if everybody else in Batman, every other Batman fan likes him. I don't know. Anyway, basically we see him trying to basically stop a drug ring, which is basically just selling this weird drug called Icarus, which basically it makes you hallucinate that you're a superhero. And maybe give you quick reflexes. I don't know, but the downside is you combust. Yeah, drugs that make you explode. What kind of villain would make such a thing? For if you're a drug dealer, yeah, that's very bad for business. You're eliminating your customers. Yeah, that's a smart idea. Sorry, it's winter here. It's very cold. People and flu season's coming. Anyway, besides this being a non-powered Barry Allen, this really makes a good detective story. Like you find out who's done it. You find out certain plot twists, and Barry Allen basically I shouldn't spoil that actually now I think about it. Basically it has certain Easter eggs to the Flash series that make you go oh that's gonna happen. Oh, no, like, I hope you like that now, because that's going to happen to you in the future, Barry. But the one thing I think classic Flash fans, for those who are a bit cheesed off that Iris West and Barry Allen are no longer together and married in the New 52, here, you might like this, because they meet for the first time, because apparently Iris works in Gotham before she moved back to Central City, and basically, there's a bit of romantic interest with each other. And yeah, I actually like that. It actually is a good tip-off to the classic to the classic Flash fans out there. Here, you know they're not gonna be together, but it's really sweet. Other than that, the art is amazing. Yeah, it's not like the artist that who's been doing it, who's been drawing the Flash since Jeff Johns restarted the Flash series, only does like a page and the cover. But the other guy's not bad. I'm loving the artwork in this, and seeing the art. The story wise, again, I already explained. It's actually a really good detective story if you don't mind a little bit of cheesiness, just a smidge. But I think the saddest part about this issue is that this is gonna be the last issue that the writer slash artist, two artists worked on the Flash series when New 52 got started, and it was the best series we've ever read. But the sad thing is now they're gonna stop making Flash books, which no, that's actually I want them to continue. I love it. They're making the Flash awesome. But I'm gonna give but I don't think it's I'm gonna give hope. I'm gonna give the new guys a chance and see how well they do it, because the next issue he's gonna basically try to fight an enemy that's in the air, and I'm intrigued to buy that issue. Other other than that, this is actually a fun read, even if you're not even reading Batman or Zero Year. Although I should point out that the guys who made the Flash really good during the past 3 years since New 50. Well, actually, I guess it's 2 years now. I think about it, since New 52 got started. Yeah, sorry, 2 years since New 52 got started. They're now going to be working on Detective Comics. I saw a little bit of the preview pages on certain websites like Newsarama and Comic Book Resources, and I'm actually really intrigued because seeing how Batman looks, I'm gonna give it a shot. I don't know if this is gonna be good. I've seen some of the art they've done with Batman before, and I am intrigued and planning on getting it once it's out. Probably it was January or soon, I forget. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, that's a little excitement in case you love the two guys who made the Flash awesome. Let's hope they do the same for Batman. All right. Next up, we have Red Lanterns, issue 25. Yeah, if I'm gonna do a quick review of a DC comic or a few DC comics, imagine the same number for most of them. Anyway, this kind of picks up where the whole Green Lantern crossover that happened a month ago. This happens just right after, where basically the Red Lanterns, under Guy Gardner's control, is partying it up. Because now they own their own sector. Which one? Sector 2814, otherwise known as the sector that Earth is in. Which, now that I think about it, I would rather like to see how Red Lanterns and the heroes and basically all the fan favorites of the DC universe are gonna deal with one another. Especially Simon Baz, because he never left Earth. Well, technically he's stuck in Firestorm because of Forever Evil. But once he's out, I would love to see Simon Baz versus Red Lantern Guy Gardner. Oh yeah, it's gonna seem exciting when if that ever happens. Here they're basically, because they now own the sector. They're trying to be the new law, which is basically they're trying to figure out how. They get the idea by taking taking the biggest bad guy they have in the sector, make it all public and whatnot, and they go undercover, and and things start getting a turn for worse. I am really liking how the new writer for Red Lanterns is really making this. It's getting more readers like sorry, I'm bad with words here. It's getting readers into Red Lanterns because of Guy Gardner, which I think is actually quite is really is actually quite nice because Guy Gardner is one of my favorite Green Lanterns. I know, weird. You would think it would be John Stewart or Kyle Rayner. No, it's Guy Gardner. Uh, anyway, while that's happening, Atrocitus, who's being kept alive by the Cat Red Lantern. Yeah, I love it that there's a cat. Yeah, you can love it or hate it. There's a freaking cat as a Red Lantern is keeping Atrocitus alive with his power ring, and trying to find a new ring for Atrocitus so he can have his revenge on Guy Gardner. Man, Atrocitus is having the shittiest of all luck. He can't seem to find a ring. He tried merging with the red entity known as the Butcher, which left him and the Butcher sacrificed itself with all the other entities. Which I want the entities back, damn it. Yeah, I know the whole the Power Rings are basically making the universe die quicker, but man, that wrench was thrown out there. I know it'd be interesting for the Green Lantern fans, but Red Lantern fans, it seems like they're doing their own thing, which is actually quite nice. Here, also in this comic you get to see the biggest Red Lantern of all. Also seeing him depressed, which is kind of weird for a Red Lantern because they're mostly rage, except for the group. One of my complaints, I love the art, the story's pretty okay. My biggest complaint is, what the hell happened to all the other Red Lanterns? Am I missing something here? Yeah, maybe I should just reread the book, reread the Lights Out crossover. What am I missing here? I know money wise, so I always hold a book or two to. So basically, chances are when I reread this, it's gonna be egg on my face, and I apologize. Why is there only 8 Red Lanterns? Where did all the other Red Lanterns go? I know, in the Third Army, I know, just by the end of, during the Third Army, there were still a group of it. There was still a large core of the Red Lanterns, and by the end of the Wrath of the First Lantern, there was still a large group. How did we get down to just the main characters? Are the other Red Lanterns, the guy does not realize the other Red Lanterns are around? Are they just out in space? Someone explain that to me. What am I missing here? But yeah, surprisingly, this is starting to get really good, and seeing how if you're on the internet a lot, you're gonna see what all the covers are like, which is quite intriguing. Seeing new characters, and some characters' appearances are slightly changed stupidly. But yeah, I'm really liking Guy Gardner as a Red Lantern. He's doing the right things, but he's doing it you can see a really dark side of him, which all in all, this is actually quite fun. So I suggest this plus the previous other issues that have Guy Gardner as the Red Lantern. All right, last but not least, and this I have been waiting for a while since I heard it was coming out. Superior Spider-Man, issue 22, which is, you can tell, it's also called the Darkest Hour, where where here for all you Venom fans, Flash Thompson as Venom makes an appearance in Superior Spider-Man. And I know most of you are quite sad because they just ended the Venom series, and I wish they continued because Flash as the Venom was awesome, surprisingly. I didn't I wasn't yeah, I like that Eddie Brock was Venom, but I'm really liking how Flash went as a heroic Venom. And well, basically, kind of like if you haven't read Venom, it kind of picks up that he's dealing with a villain he fought before who's supposed to be dead. Turns out when villains die, apparently the original Hobgoblin likes to sell like like villain identities to random guys to see if they can make a big name for himself. It's that kind of leads to a lot of problems for well the hero is like, didn't that guy die? Or if the bad guy is very cowardly and did not know what the hell he was doing, or didn't expect heroes to come and kick his ass. Uh, and besides that, we also see Doc Ock as Peter Parker. Yeah, that's don't know if that's gonna go away anytime soon. Maybe I'm not holding my breath, but we see him like starting up Parker Industries and giving this huge, like, we will rule the world of science speech. And I'm gonna laugh because now he's supposed to be he's now, as Peter Parker, he's now a scientist. Like, no, not a scientist. No, he's a doctor now. A doctor of science. And basically, he and every other employee looks like they're dressed as Dr. Horrible. If you haven't seen Dr. Horrible, watch it. It's a really good musical. But here you see like that, and things are actually going pretty well for him. And although I have to say, wow, Aunt May, wow, you really should watch what you say, especially like, oh, it's so you're like, oh wow, Peter is so nice, adding in a lot of diversity into his company. Wow, like, you really gotta go there, Aunt May? Really, really, really. But I actually am pleasing to note that Doc Ock he has the heart in the right place, and basically he's starting his own company kind of thing, trying to make a new legacy for himself. But most of but one part of it is like really wants to do is make Aunt May walk without the cane again, which I think that's really noble when you think about it. Of course, it's still Doc Ock, so he's still a very violent asshole. Who basically, when he heard about where that Venom is, he literally comes in and basically he came prepared, beating, fighting Venom, and looks like Venom does not stand a chance. All in all, oh god, it's an exciting read. Like, besides events happening in Doc Ock's life, like with a new girlfriend and whatnot, and well, and basically leading up to a new Venom, which I think we only had Flash for a few short years. I would have waited a decade, baby, but I guess we're gonna get a new superior Venom. Yeah, I've seen what the superior Venom looks like. It's basically, you know how in Spider-Man 3, yes, the movie Spider-Man 3, Venom just looks like the black costume. He just looks like Spider-Man's costume, but black and just with a set of teeth. Yeah, it's pretty much like that. Superior Venom looks like Superior Spider-Man just with the Venom mouth and his costume's all black. Although, the way I'm seeing how the comic's going, I'm intrigued to see who the new Venom is. And if it is who I think it is, wow, well, that's going to be exciting. Ah. So yeah, if you're a Venom fan, or you're liking how this is going, or you just want to see who the new Venom is, I suggest you pick this up immediately. Hell, the next issue for this is coming out in a few short days. Like, yeah, the cover is not up to snuff. Like, I know he's supposed to be a broken body, but yeesh, it's too broken here. Like, his body is like leaving a Stretch Armstrong. But yeah, other than that, I'm liking the artist. I'm liking how the story's going. So I'm really intrigued to see how like see who the new Venom is, and see how Flash is gonna get out of this one. So yeah. Thank you all for watching. That's all the comics I have for this week. I will I will see you again in the next video. Sorry, I will see you again in the next video. I am Maniac, your Canadian Comic Geek, signing off.